Crystal, thank you for the bits. And here we go. Yo! We live.
Hey.
Live on the internet.
Hi.
Hey, welcome.
Hey.
So, yeah. How's it going, folks?
It's going good, going good.
I've got a lot of stuff going on in the game right now. So, glad you're all here to join us. And, yeah, I guess, what happened last time?
Well, let's see.
You want to tell us what happened, Sarah?
Yeah, what happened?
I was banging this chick.
My friends had been kidnapped or been a kidnapper.
Mm-hmm.
They were getting out of that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Cucumber was saved and released from the wild.
Fact.
Two of them hid across in a neighborhood, one hid in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
And found out that the prince was not actually alive in that war ghoul, but was a fake little amalgamation, which is valuable info, very worth risking their life over.
Yeah.
Saved by the police, as you do when you're the ruling class / vampires. And basically the place gone to shit. Lots of explosions and gunfire in the city.
Jesus Christ.
The Inquisition thinks that like killing all the vampires.
It's my older brother in chat starting shit.
Whatever, as you do. And they think killing all the vamps will make it better. So whatever. Who's to say? Yeah, that's
definitely a series of riots that broke out.
That's all that happened? That's all that happened that time? No?
Well,
And Saoirse lived happily ever after.
This tiny little thing, where Saoirse, offered this meet C Sabat BS bullshit dude, like, hey, how about you have a drink for me and leave my fucking ghoul alone? And then the Scourge was like, nah, we don't do that. Cut off his head, was like, we gonna leave. And then, that guy's mom was like, dude, not cool. I'm gonna take one of your kids. I'm gonna take that. And Serge was like, why don't you take me? That sounds better, right? Like, that's, yeah, cool. And then, the ghoul didn't like that. Philly didn't like that. So she drew down on, overwhelming forces and, got herself a little kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mommy made a new child at Philly. Philly ate the character Saoirse to death.
Yep, committed diablerie.
The chat was very nice and saved my character from a final death. And instead she became the soul possessing the body of a newly turned CC Sabat.
Mm-hmm.
Pissed her off. And Mommy didn't like that. She was like, you know what, I'm gonna start fresh, gonna clean everything up, gonna wipe everything that was you away. Peace out. New child is born. That's about it. About it. Small.
Yep.
And
Then
there's a council meeting the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Talk over everything
So,
that's been going on.
yeah, the rest of the coterie had a letter delivered to them saying to go to a building, go to the Westland National Art Museum located in the Cultural District for a council meeting. And that is where we are picking up. And to kind of refresh your memory of what you guys have walked into is you're on one of the upper floors of an art museum. And as you come off this elevator, it's still set up as a gallery display, except in the center of the room is a really big table with a bunch of chairs around it, and there are several kindred in the room. And the kindred that you see as you walk in would be the two archons, the Primogen Plague of Nosferatu, Primogen Cromwell of Ventru, Primogen Dakota Rider of Gangrel, Primogen Marcusins of Tremere, the Scourge, Whip Stella of Malkavian. But the Sheriff, the other Hound, and the three Primogen, the one of the Thin Bloods, the one of the La Sombra, and the Captain are not present.
Oh.
And the kindred were kind of waiting for the meeting to start and kind of around the table, standing and talking and to each other.
There's like no Brujas. There's no Baron. There's no Whip
Nope.
Searcha.
Mhm.
There's no.
No Bruja at all in the room.
And I believe the Archon assumed control at this point.
Yeah, had named one of them had named themselves Prince.
Which you guys have not been told yet.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Oh. Yep.
All right, then I guess we get into it.
Oh, and Esther is also here.
Mm-hmm.
Which would, because Quinton is a hound. Is he familiar with Esther at all, or does he not have any recognition of who she is?
I would say if her whole thing is trying to like keep to her own, then he may not be aware of who she is, because she's probably not too loud on the web. She's probably not, like, she's not making a presence, so
She
like,
tries to involve herself in Malkavian things as little as possible.
yeah, so he's probably seen her like around every little, like, once or twice or something, but like hasn't really had a reason to take note. Also, what would her status be?
No real run-in.
Well, I feel like she has a flaw that people don't like, that a powerful person doesn't like her. Is part of it.
Yeah, because if she had pretty low status too, he would have like no reason to even take note of her. He'd be like, "Oh, she's not a big player right now."
Keeping to herself, she would definitely be like Malkavian status 1 and citywide status maybe 2.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think he'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're one of my people," and then that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like
And
she's familiar with Jax because they briefly had a coterie together. He was helping out with that coterie, I think.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
that coterie did lots of stupid stuff, and
And
she's
dissolved.
like she's the only one that like really made it. So I think her status would have
And
like,
Jax.
suffered. Yeah, but he was pretty comfy with his connections, and Esther was not so comfy. She's pretty lonely out there.
Mhm.
so I imagine Whip Stella would have brought Esther in with her and had her sit by her. And that is where we open up.
All right, everyone, how's it going? Quinton here. Just want to throw it out there. I did single-handedly take down a war ghoul, and the prince was a fake inside of it. So let's just get that out of the way. It wasn't the real prince. I felt
Avoid any confusion.
I really just had to take a nappy by. You know, the sun was up. I managed to kill it, confirm, and then I pew, gone. You know how it goes. So let's just throw it out there. instead of knowing where the prince is, we have no fucking idea at this point. So now you go. I'll let you lead the meeting. All right, I'll just take my seat. I sit over here, right?
And as you finish up, the Archon Serrano, who's the Ventro, looks over and is like, "Oh, good. Everyone, take a seat."
All right.
Of course, everyone
I'll move over, take my place.
finds a seat, and you have one Archon at one head of the table. The other Archon sits down at the other end. And Dimitri Serrano speaks up first. And he states, "I regret to inform you all that the Prince, the Baron, and the Seneschal were all killed in the explosion. Because of this, I hereby declare Praxis over Crescent City, and I appoint Archon David West as my Seneschal."
I'm gonna take note of the exits real quick.
Yeah, there's the way you came in, and a couple of doors towards the corners.
Okay. Just in case this is a purge the old situation, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Just...
Take down the whole government.
Yeah.
Yep. And he waits a minute and looks around the room at each one of you.
Oh, I need my...
And as you see, yeah, I put it in there. Yeah. The now Seneschal is also looking from one person to the next. And after a bit of a pause, the prince continues. There are also going to be updates to the Primogen Council.
All right.
The La Sombra and the Thin Bloods and the Bruja have no place on this council. They will no longer have a Primogen or whip. They are not welcome in this city.
Esther's nodding like very affirmatively.
I glance over at Jax.
And he's already looking over at Quinton.
He turns his head and he's already deadlocked at you. He's like,
Well, it's like a aggressive side eye, like.
Yeah.
And
the kind where you hear like a grandparent say something a little off center at like a Christmas dinner, and you go
at a public
Christmas
Christmas gathering, and you're like, oh.
He said what?
They're from a different time.
Yeah, what he's like, no
That
Brujas,
time must
no
have been real
Donatello, they are
racist.
not welcome,
Yeah.
not welcome in Crescent City. He was like, and then, what was that last part?
so the prince continues. He's like, therefore,
I hate your calling so much.
Nahir, Adam, Vincent Dane, and Saoirse are all removed from this council.
Why?
Sorry,
What?
that was
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, why is
that was the
Saoirse
player.
removed?
Yeah, what's...
That was the player
Me as a
laughing.
player,
Like,
me
we
as
got
a
bigger
player
problem.
asking, like, didn't he say that the Baron is dead though? So why is he formally removing him from the
Well,
council?
if he's dead, he can't be on the council.
sorry,
It
yeah.
still
I'm
feels
sorry,
like there should
Saoirse's
be
dead?
something where, like,
My
they're
liege.
missing so that there's someone in
Do we
place.
know that
This me
yet?
as a player.
Yeah, we
This
know
me as
that.
a player.
No, we didn't know that. So this is like the coteries' first
No, like...
interaction being like, Saoirse's gone.
Yeah, like, legitimately, the last time Quinton saw Saoirse was in the Princess Tower, said, run away, and now they're like, Saoirse's no longer welcome here.
Got a fucking whip, and
So
I
I'm
know
like,
Yeah.
what's in this organization.
Excuse me.
Like that's what they just
Yeah.
said.
Prince, my prince,
Yes.
my liege. Why is my fellow coterie member expelled from this illustrious council?
All Bruja are expelled from the city, per the Convention of Prague. The Bruja are no longer part of the Camarilla, and therefore they are not welcome within my city.
Paula's gonna look around and see if any, like, Mama Boils, any of the Ravnos are actually present.
There are no Ravnos in the room.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm trying to look around the room and gauge, like, even the most minor, like, face tweaks of, like, wow. Like, if anybody else hears this and is at all thinking, that's a bit extreme.
Like any reactiveness
Yeah.
to the news.
Mhm.
Give me a wits insight.
All right.
Can I also look for that? Because I would be very on
Mhm.
edge seeing that there's no Bruja.
Get a wits insight.
Okay.
Forgot that like Quinton became very insightful.
He draws his own
So odd. None of us saw it coming.
Well, you kept on needing it for roles, and you were like, it fits him so well, why didn't I do that?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got a 4. God, I could shoot
Like
for
a-
a crit,
Ooh.
but I'm not going to. I'll go with the 4.
I got a bestial success with 7. I'm guessing I'm a little freaked out because I know what's coming
Mhm.
with the
So
whole
I
My safe place is not a
race
safe
push
place
out.
anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I got
My
a
my inclusive society is getting real narrow.
I got a messy critical with 8.
All right.
I love getting whirlwind. My favorite.
So only the 2 with the messy criticals. As you're looking around,
My beast is triggered by racism.
Same, bro.
you see that
Does
Primogen
your someone use a
Cromwell.
microaggression?
So Willow is holding back his joy.
Oh god, he's so happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Nick. Oh,
Hate
we'll
that
get
guy.
you, bitch.
And
You're just like, of
The
course.
the gangrel Primogen actually tensed up and bit her lip slightly, trying not to
Argue.
let anything show.
Okay.
And the Malkavian whip just kind of put her head down, hiding any expression from the group.
That showed that.
But the rest, the Nosferatu and Tremere Primogen and the Scourge, are all stone-faced.
Aren't the Nosferatu not accepted
No, they are.
under the original
They
Camarilla?
made themselves very useful.
No, they are.
Oh,
They
okay.
were one of the key members of at the founding of the Camarilla.
The city.
They're
Oh,
just
okay.
ugly. That's it.
Yeah.
They just don't like talking to them, but they're here, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. I know some great Nosferatu.
Yeah, so does that.
You don't
I
like
just thought they
looking
were
at
a little bit more discriminated against.
They are just not
Not openly?
not politically necessarily, like not on a macro level, more of a micro level.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and the prince looks around the room and says, "Are there any other questions about this?" Good. As for the Sheriff Aiden, no longer welcome in the city, is officially removed from his office.
Because he's a Bruja?
Yeah, he was Bruja.
The
Well, and he was
Baron
an independent too. The sheriff was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was, like, considered an anarch before.
Mm-hmm.
He looks over at Quinton. Quinton,
Are you
my
the new
prince.
sheriff?
being that you and your coterie seem to have a habit of getting in the middle of things,
Mm-hmm.
I hereby declare you as sheriff, and your coterie are your hounds. And to replace your previous coterie member, I am adding Esther here to your ranks.
Assuming Esther didn't know about this ahead of time.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just like one of those like, what the fuck? Like, and then back to like, oh yeah, totally on board with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like like taking a drink of something and then
Paula's stone faced, but she's just so tense. Like,
Yes, the gasp, Nova, exactly.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm humbled and for this responsibility, and thank you kindly. I
Willow
will
is
do my best.
seething.
I look over at Willow
He-
slightly.
He-
Oh no!
someone clean up
does-
this town.
Oh no!
Willow does not look at
Take
you.
a bite out of crime.
I think it's in my future goals now. I need to embrace that motherfucker as soon as possible.
Yeah.
He needs.
You're gonna fully turn Scruff across?
Oh, you
Oh,
betcha! You betcha!
He should be the rootinest, tootinest cowboy that this city has ever seen.
He's gonna get his whole own department. They all have to
Yeah.
say it.
Oh.
He
Part of
doesn't
the
even want to say it.
Part of the interview process is they have to sit in with Quinton, and he's gonna
Oh,
program them all, the whole department. I'm the sheriff now, motherfucker.
Is he gonna alter
Oh
them at
god,
all
a
so
new
that they're,
day has
like,
dawned.
So they're like down with it, or all of them gonna say it and go,
They're like,
yeah.
oh, God.
They're all gonna have that same reaction where they're like, good god, what is this life?
They're like, we all have therapists. We're trying to stop this.
We're-
We can't. We can't stop doing it.
We all have Tourette's, and we're all in an organization.
It's
together.
I
some
have to
weird
stop
airborne
crime because I
disease.
can't stop this.
Okay. So the
Kind of like when Chang rises to power in Community. That's what I'm thinking
A
with
little bit. A little bit.
with Quinton.
Mm-hmm.
So the prince looks over at Jax. He says, Jax, you are hereby removed from the position of whip so that you can focus on your new duties working with the new sheriff as hound.
Kind of
He
felt like a...
nods, but internally he's like, oh, sorry. Both?
And then he
Sure.
looks around the room at the Primogen. It's like, the Primogen are now responsible for handling any and all masquerade breaches made by their clans. You are only to contact the sheriff if you are incapable of handling the situation, or if it is related to the Sabbat invasion. To which the Primogen just kind of nod. He looks back between the 3 or 4 of you. As the new sheriff's office, you will be focusing on the Sabbat. But one of the first things you are to do is to track down and finish these foolish freedom fighters once and for all. I expect it to be done by the end of the week.
You got it. Oh, I guess Quinton stands up and like takes his position where the sheriff's spot is, wherever that is.
With it kind of varies with what's going on. Let's say you probably know for this situation, it's probably best to stay seated. as the Scourge is also seated at the table.
Got it. Okay.
Are there any questions regarding this?
Nope.
Good.
Okay, there is.
Now, regarding the Sabbats, as you all know, they've made themselves known across the city.
Mm-hmm.
They have taken advantage of the unrest among the mortal population and are using it to its full potential to attack our institution. They urged some of the protesters to turn into rioters, which then caused, of course, the now lockdown of the city and the curfew, and the National Guard to be activated.
Okay.
And they seem to have directed and participated in assaults on a few of our buildings and our businesses. Not only was the Resolute Spire attacked, but the sheriff's office was attacked and looted.
No.
Elysium, the penthouse, was ransacked, as were various havens of different kindred across the city. Inform your clanmates that as of now, we know that the Spat have a presence within the Barrens, the North Side, Fort Dick, and Black Meadow. They have been seen all throughout the city, but those are where they have taken a foothold.
Okay.
And
I'd like to raise a motion to change Elysium to Mama Boyle's.
I was thinking that exact same thing. I was like, well, at least we'll get to move Elysium now.
mhm.
It's secure,
you-
makes sense.
Yeah,
and
they have the connections.
the now Seneschal, David West of Clan Tremere speaks up. You suggest Mama Boyle's has some place to turn into Elysium.
Yep.
What is this
Yes.
place?
I forget the
Well,
name of
funny
it.
you should ask that.
Yeah.
It's a dirty sex club.
It's
But
called
super
Urban Decay.
private.
It's
Yeah.
there's only one word to describe it, babe. It's yiftastic. Urban
God.
Decay.
Quack.
Quack quack.
You'd be quacking crazy not to love that place.
Saoirse looked at not Saoirse. Damn it.
Ooh,
Esther
that's gonna be
looked
rough.
Ooh.
at Plague to see how he takes Quinton's proposal.
Yeah, he looks over at Quinton, a slight smile, and he speaks
Oh,
up.
it's
He's
like
like,
that
yeah,
obvious.
yeah. He speaks up. It is the club in North Side, or in the industrial district called Urban Decay.
I point.
I agree with Quinton, or the sheriff, that it would be an excellent haven, or an excellent Elysium, as kindred from across the city can access it via tunnels or via the street level. And it is incredibly secure, as it was once a military base.
Would it? Okay, etiquette-wise, if Esther said that sounds perfect out loud, would that be bad etiquette?
No.
Okay, then she says that. She's like, oh, it kind of sounds perfect.
And the
I'm so sorry. It just took the city blowing up for us to get that boon.
yeah,
But it's the perfect.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I was thinking before you had said it. I was like, okay, how do we get them to move Elysium to Mama Boyle?
Yep. I was like, sheriff's a good way to do that. if I've got it, I'm gonna use it. Yeah.
Quick, while you're corrupt with power.
Absolutely. I can't wait until my fall.
The Primogen, the Gangrel Primogen and Tremere Primogen both I agree. But Primogen Cromwell speaks up and is like, excuse me, but you expect us to have and hold Elysium in that cesspool?
Yeah.
As sheriff of the city, it's my responsibility to ensure that all kindred are safe and secure. We are in a wartime state right now, and thus we need to respond appropriately.
I oppose this move. I think Keeper Valentine can establish a new Elysium that is just as secure.
We don't have the time. This one's already secured.
What clan was Valentine?
Toreador.
Yeah, no. Fuck
And
it.
and how many Toreador havens have been raided by the Sabbat?
All 7.
I think so. Esther is trying to do this in a subtle way, quietly.
So,
do the whip, being
urge the group.
more secure than an ex-military base, kind of
Mhm.
quiet enough that people hear it, but quiet enough that people think she was trying to have a one-on-one
Yeah.
conversation. And that is not what.
More secure than something that's already not been raided and is
an
set up.
underground military bunker. What could possibly
with tunnels.
Make a manipulation and performance roll.
Why would you do this to me, Gavin?
Oh.
Oh no.
Esther is not.
Can I assist her? In any way? Can I do a subtle head nod as she's talking?
Well,
Where it's
she's
kind of like that makes sense.
Oh, give me an extra dice for helping me?
that would depend. If you're sitting right next to her, you could.
I don't. In my head, I have her off to the right, a few seats down. But I'm guessing she said it loud enough that more than just the 2 people on either side of her heard.
Well, you can't really help. Yeah, can't really help her with this, but
Okay.
the role is to determine.
It's only one success, Gavin. I was rolling 2 dice.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to do in a
She
assist.
stays out of people's sight for a reason.
Yeah. So you do
It has
manage
performance
to say it just barely loud enough that people could hear it, but
It comes off heavy-handed. I get it.
yeah,
Get it.
it comes off pretty bad. So the Venture Primogen looks over at you with a little bit of a scowl and collects himself and looks around the table. But it appears I have been outvoted in this situation. So it is up to you, Your Grace, as he looks to the prince.
Mhm.
Prince
Get a
looks
real sense of
between
deja vu.
the sheriff and the scourge and states, when you have time, both of you go examine their facility, increase their security as much as possible, and assist them in converting it to a new Elysium. I will inform Mama Boyles that she will now be keeper of Elysium. And I will inform Valentine that she has lost her position for her incompetence.
And her terrible talk fighting at a party that she didn't succeed at.
Dumb
No.
bitch.
Ugh.
Sir, she
Yeah.
would be
So
happy.
as soon as we leave, I want to immediately contact Mama Boyles and be like, "So guess what? We got you Elysium." To like remind her of that boon.
So, and the prince looks around. Are there any other questions or concerns so far?
I'm assuming I will get updates on this war front, on like our current status.
You will.
Are any? I'm curious what the efforts to retake the fire are.
To retake what?
The President's Spire, isn't that the prince's
Yeah.
tower?
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so the prince speaks up. The tower is not under Sabat control. They merely bombed it. We still have it secured, and we will be overseeing maintenance upon it.
Okay.
Until then, we will hold Primogen Council meetings here.
Sounds good.
Last thing to discuss and to inform you is that with all the chaos among the city, the FBI and the Second Inquisition are out in force, seeking to regain control and just seeking to regain control of the city once more. It is extremely dangerous out there, so I do advise caution.
I do know that recently there was a seems like there was a werewolf attack on the Second Inquisition has a compound just outside of town, and there was a werewolf attack. Have we heard any news, or have we heard any rumors about them like their restoration to full power again there, or how bad the damage was?
From what we could find out, there was little damage outside of what your team actually inflicted upon the facility itself.
Okay.
As for their manpower, that was briefly devastated, but they seem to have brought in fresh reinforcements, you could say.
I guess we can also ask Butcher about it. Okay. Yeah, I was just yeah. That's all.
And be aware with the Sabbat that they have recruited several Thin Bloods. Some who are rumored to be able to walk in the day. We would like to see any and all Thin Bloods who are discovered to be killed, as they are the greatest threat at this time. And the Scourge just nods, states it will be done.
I'll just give like a nod. I'll stay quiet.
Unless, are there any further questions or concerns? Or anything that you believe that we should be made aware of?
I think. Not at this time.
Good. If there's nothing else, then this meeting is adjourned. You are all free to leave.
Thank you. Yeah, I will get up and kind of wait until a lot of people leave before I leave.
Yeah, people stand up, and the Scourge and the Primogen for Tremere, Gangrel, and Ventrue all depart. And the Stella just looks over at Esther and is like, "You gonna be okay?"
We'll see.
That's what I like to hear. I will leave you to get to know your new coterie.
Okay.
You'll
Yep.
fit in just fine, don't worry. You're
Oh
doing
God.
great.
Congratulations.
Yes, it's quite it's something.
Yep. Congratulations, Hound, I should say.
Thank you.
She smiles and then heads out. The Prince and Seneschal stand and head in the opposite direction as the elevator and start talking between each other. So the group of you have a chance to react.
So nice to be working with you. It is. I've heard really great things. Happy to be here. She like looks at Jax. She's like,
I kind of raised my eyebrow when she said I've heard great things. I kind of I guess.
Man, I just feel like I just got like the professor for teaching the dark arts in a Hogwarts, and
oh,
it's
that's
not.
for sure what he did.
It's
That's what he did.
I feel
The
like
only
it's
thing
not
he's
gonna end
ever
well for me.
caught up on is Harry
Oh,
Potter.
it's
He knows
very
Harry
likely
Potter.
not.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is all a death sentence. This is a death sentence. We have no materials, and they want us to take on the entire Anarch army before taking on the Sabbat army. Like,
Yes.
We're also
Yeah, we're
missing
gonna-
a coterie member
We're gonna talk
Right.
about
That
that, but
we're
not here. We're gonna
very much
go
looking
somewhere.
for.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go back to the hospital. I feel safe there.
And
I think that our other haven is still secure too.
Yeah, but that's just what they'd expect.
It's true. Our creepy hospital is very us.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to just relocate there so I know it's secure, and then we can discuss. this
Mm.
We have
further.
So as
like a local high school. I've heard they're very secure. Maybe not from Sabat though. You're right. Okay, like
Mhm.
yeah, a hospital sounds good. Hospital
Have you
sounds
been
good.
hiding in a high school?
No, a hotel, obviously. Yes, of
Oh,
course not. But like the high school is where I feel the safest. What?
Mm-mm. Mm.
so at this point, as you guys are heading towards the elevator, Primogen Plague of Nostalgia actually walks up and joins you in the elevator, kind of looking down at the ground per normal.
Mhm.
As the doors shut, he looks slightly up at Quinton. He's like, "Excuse me, Sheriff."
Yes.
did you slip on a little sheriff's badge as soon
He
as you said it?
actually already had like one of the stickers that Scruff McGruff hands out, so he like
Oh, the
he
junior
slapped,
detective?
yeah,
Oh,
he
shoot.
slapped that bad boy right on there.
So, Plague pulls an envelope
Mm.
out
Mhm.
from his trench coat and offers it to him.
He'll take it. All right. Looks like I got some intel, I'm assuming.
You open it right now.
No.
I wouldn't open it right
Okay.
now.
He Plague just mentions, "I have a request for you."
Okay.
And I was directed to deliver this to you. It will tell you everything, and we will talk later
Sounds good.
when it's more private.
All right.
I look forward to meeting with you and your team in the coming nights.
Absolutely. We'll be in touch.
And as the elevator doors open, he steps out and suddenly vanishes from view.
It is pretty
Alright.
cool though, right? Like that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
We can all agree. Plague's the
And-
man.
One day.
Esther's smiling, like yeah.
If it weren't for the sinking, crushing weight of death and darkness, that shadow step would be real cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
Mm.
yeah, we got a few things we gotta try to do here. Like firstly, where the fuck is Saoirse?
I tried to bring that up.
She's not allowed to be in the city, right?
That doesn't matter, but
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be the first time.
it's
but-
official. I need her for official sheriff business, so it's
Yeah.
it's
Uh,
important that she comes into my custody.
Probably hiding
So,
or in non-claimed territory is my guess.
as you guys walk out
Fair.
into the parking garage that's below this museum,
Mm-hmm.
the Scourge is actually standing there waiting for you, conveniently.
Oh, whew, it's a night.
Wait, who is?
The Scourge.
Urge.
Oh,
Our buddy.
The
Yep.
boy.
all right. I straighten up, give him a little respectful nod, and
Hmm.
how can I help you today? Good night.
Merely here to inform you that your former coterie mate Saoirse has been taken by the Sabbat along with her ghoul and the captain.
What? Whoa! What?
The captain?
Primogen? The captain is in the Primogen?
Mm-hmm.
I reach out on the web. Captain.
What? Ow!
Captain, my captain.
Ugh,
Beep beep.
Ow.
Captain, reply.
Captain, my captain.
it's actually louder because of the feedback. That
The captain.
You're so close to him that it's like screaming. You're like, ugh.
yeah.
The captain doesn't respond in any kind of like words or of any in any sense. It's he sends back or sends out more of a feeling
Mm-hmm.
of being calm and collected and not worried.
Okay, I on the web I'm like, all right, Captain. I also just want to let you know I'm the sheriff now. So if you're feeling proud of me, just like send proud to me. Like I just want to feel it, you know, just like.
He sends panic and
Oh no!
no.
Oh no!
No.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
I quit! I quit immediately.
He sends disappointment and panic.
That's what I would have expected.
He was just
He-
close friends with the old sheriff, so he's like, "Damn,
Mhm.
where's my boy?" That's all
he
his luck, dude.
does send out the feelings of concern,
For
but
your well-being.
yeah, concern for you.
Got it.
Yeah. Not for others, because of you.
And the Scourge states that Saoirse received an image and a message saying that the only way to see the two hounds, or to see Hound Jax and Hound Tala, as well as the prince again, we were to bring her a map in which the captain was in possession of. So Saoirse retrieved the captain, and they went to where they were told to meet whoever sent that message.
Okay. That had to have been right after she was in the Princess Tower trying to make sure that the prince was okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
the last time I saw her was just outside the tower.
I encountered her in the basement of the Princess Tower.
I see.
And as she went to get the captain, I went and scouted the area ahead of her. And made my way into the building.
Mm-hmm.
However, Saoirse got a little upset when a Zemitzi who greeted us wanted to drink her ghoul.
Yeah, that sounds like her. Yep. That's
So
mm-hmm.
Saoirse
Really? Yeah.
Saoirse made the choice to offer herself up instead.
Oh.
And as
Oh, well, that was
Zemitzi,
Super dumb.
yes, it
The
was.
fuck?
But
Give us a bath?
as the Zemitzi began to drink, I beheaded him to save her.
High five.
He doesn't.
You just hold your hand up and he doesn't do anything.
But
Esther, high five
unfortunately,
you. She gets one up there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it appears that was the child of the person we were really supposed to meet. Yes, a much older Zemitzi.
Okay, older enemy.
And
Old lady.
Tasty snack right next to that. All right.
since Saoirse offered herself up as the gift per the rules of hospitality, the Zemitzi took her, which then Philly got angry and broke the rules and tried to kill the Zemitzi. So they took her too.
Okay, that sounds about right too. Okay, so they're just both MIA in the hands of the enemy, and I'm in charge of this war.
Yes. And they took the captain as well.
Yeah, he's fine though. Don't worry about him. He's doing all right.
I would expect nothing less of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's got a plan or something. I don't know, but he's probably fine.
That's all I had to say. So he then turns and just walks away without waiting for a response.
Cool.
It's like super nice.
Oh, we
Alright.
really should have asked him if there was any trace of Seraphina found.
Oh Oh, at the spire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Actually, I was there for a minute. And actually, I have a question because I don't recall if this is something that I came across or if this was something that Saoirse came across. The weird portal residue.
I think that was you.
I think it was
found
me.
the-
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
it
was
was.
like a door.
That's unseen.
Yeah.
You found like this is kind of a teleport door that
Mhm.
hadn't been used.
Yeah.
Okay, so then in that case, I'll just let him walk away. I'm gonna spin around to Jax, and I'm gonna be like, "All right, so we're gonna go to the Princess Tower. I found like what looked like it could have been a teleporter.
Like from Star Trek?
I don't know. It was more like a solid wall, but like I got door vibes. So like maybe your mommy went through the door,
Oh, like a warded,
like a panic room.
yeah. Like a
Yeah.
warded safe box.
Mm-hmm.
I would really appreciate. There are people here who don't like me, and I felt really good about the initiative. I would really like that to be a thing. I would like to check that out as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just saying as a Ravnos, I'd really like it if the old initiative was back and not the current
At least it's not a complete wipe
less
of it.
open-minded.
Because like otherwise they
Yeah.
would have just cut
True.
your head off or told me to do it, and that
True.
would have been unpleasant.
Yeah,
True.
it would have been an awkward day for sure.
Jax, you can make an intelligence occult and Tremere lore roll if you would like.
Ooh. Oh, actually, does our lore go up? Wouldn't our kindred lore go up now that Quinton's a sheriff and we're all, well, two more of us are hounds now?
The lore doesn't go up, but like status will be adjusted
Yeah.
later.
Okay.
The lore depends on how much your characters learn about each thing.
Okay.
We're real good at learning things.
All right. Kindred status, I guess. Our kindred status would go up.
Yeah, your Camarilla status.
Camarilla status. I'm just not going to read the sheets and I'm going to keep making up words.
I'm going to use the willpower because I feel like I can pull a crit out of
I believe in you. You got this.
Yeah, this is potentially important.
it.
This could be very important.
So that's 10.
Damn.
Jeez.
You know what he knows?
All right.
Tremere shit.
Everything.
So, Jax, you would know that one of the many paths of blood sorcery that was assumed to be lost was one that included various rituals within the path that would allow you to set up more or less an actual portal to teleport between one place and another. You wouldn't know if the prince actually had that for sure or not, as she never really revealed all of her powers to anyone. But within this path of blood sorcery, once you get strong enough in it, you could possibly teleport without any kind of ritual setup. Meaning, if the prince did have this, there is a chance she may have escaped the explosion.
Even without using the door?
Yep.
Yeah,
If she was powerful enough in the blood sorcery, she wouldn't need the door.
So the one that I am familiar with is a blood sorcery path that is straight up just called teleport. And once you get good enough at it, you can just teleport, snap your fingers, and just be 1,000 miles away.
Yeah, it's technically called Path of Mercury, I think.
But
Yeah,
that's what it is. Like, and it's in increments of distance. So like, if you're brand new at it, it's like 50 feet, and then it goes to 500 feet, and then 5 miles, and then 50 miles, and then 1,000 miles.
Yep.
So straight up, if she's good enough at it, she could just be like, "Oh, I'm 3 states over." Boom.
Can you perform some kind of ritual to detect whether or not something like that had happened in that space? The place was locked down. Like that building made Crucio's doorways look like baby jail, though. Like it was like Fort Knox of wards in there. I could see them. Like they were everywhere. It was crazy. So like that might be a problem. I don't know if you'll be able to see through all those defenses, but
I'll be able to see them. I will not be able to see through them. She's kind of like the one, you know?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
she is him.
Let's get back to the old haven for now. We're gonna have to take a policy now of moving around to different havens during wartime, so that they don't know where we are at any given point. Yes, Esther.
So I would say that there's a bunch of hunters at my hotel. My haven's not very secure at the moment.
No, that's fantastic, actually.
No. Sure?
Oh, yeah. That's real cool.
A good few
I'm
days
actually a big fan of this.
Okay. Happy to help, actually. I am so glad this could work out.
No, this is good. Yeah. We're gonna need them, so that's cool.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they would leave. It's a government contract, so they're there for a while, and
that's great though. Like, I've got a boy that can talk to those boys, and then we might be able to direct those boys at the bad boys. You know? We did it once.
Yeah,
we could do it again.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, with all of us, it should be easy.
Absolutely.
You had another.
I mean, we usually get stuff done. I wouldn't say easy is the word.
Wasn't there a Tremere? No, I mean, so sorry. A Toreador with you as well? Like.
Oh, he's probably solving world hunger. I don't know where he's at. Yeah, he's out doing something.
That's pretty important. Okay, I guess. Let's not bother.
You ever had a cat? Kind of like that.
No.
Okay, well, then it's indescribable. He's around somewhere.
He's kind of like our wild card. He just shows up and solves problems, you know?
Oh. Okay.
But I also low-key sometimes think he causes problems. But no, he's a very helpful member of our coterie.
Yeah, exactly.
He just tends to work in the shadows.
Oh, that I understand.
So handsome, but works in the shadows.
Let me see. Yeah. Let's who's got their car? Who's got their vehicle? Can we let's get over.
Yeah, I'd have Ratsby with me.
Okay.
Esther has I don't remember what company makes it, but like a Golf, like a teeny tiny car.
Oh, a Volkswagen, I think, is the
little Volkswagen.
The Golf.
We're gonna start needing to allow our skilled drivers to take charge here, as the city is currently a war zone. So, like, whoever feels the most confident in their ability to evade.
I looked lightly offended. As I both got us home and back. I look lightly offended.
I don't mean to offend. I just, I recently learned there's like a steering wheel. And
that's why you're not one of our best drivers.
Yes. So I'm gonna leave this to you guys to sort out who's gonna be our top driver for getting around town.
I just kind of start like pushing him into the van to be like, okay,
all right, and here we go. See, we already did it. This is great. We're working through it.
And then I lean out my head out the window to Jackson and be like, meeting at the hospital?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
better bring your clipboard.
Esther, go ahead and follow me. Real hard to lose the giant van with the cockroach on the back that says
You're
"Murder
right.
She
That
Wrote."
does
So
make sense. Why you should be the lead car. Absolutely.
yes,
You
Mhm.
are quite insightful.
I do need to
I'm very
get
glad
another
you-
vehicle as my nondescript vehicle.
I'm very upset that you looted the sheriff's office and now I don't have access to C4. You son of a bitch. So
Yeah, no, I'm definitely taking that away.
You don't know that there's no
Yeah.
C4.
I don't know any
Maybe.
of that. It could be there.
Hey,
now I
hey
do not have
Quinton,
access
hey
to
Quinton,
C4.
you should check the
You
trunk.
son of a
I'm gonna
bitch.
check the trunk on this one.
Yeah, you should check the trunk
Look at that.
Turns out I looted it first.
first. That was actually our first stop on the way to the meeting.
Mhm.
Uh,
All right, so those of you who are driving
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I think
are
there's
going
three
to have
of
to
us.
make a drive test,
Okay.
Okay.
and you can do. So alongside drive, you can use dexterity, wits, or resolve. As you try to maneuver around the city, avoiding all of the riots and avoid being tracked by the police.
Pretty damn
I
good dice
have
pool you gave
a
me.
4.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a 4 for my drive.
How many
how's
points of
that,
drive
sir?
does Esther have?
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
0.
oh, that's a
Ah.
big 0.
You should have. Sorry, you should have come in
Stays
our
at
car.
home. She has to take her car. It is her car. She does not want to
And
leave it in this fucking place.
the
If
difficulty
it wasn't
for
for the fact that you already
Esther,
described it as a Golf, I'd be like, it's a Buick. It's an old lady car.
Yes.
the difficulty
the
for Esther
Griswold
is a little
machine.
lower because Esther is following Tala.
Oh,
Ratsby.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah.
you're kind of getting the benefit of her helping you, but just with a lower difficulty.
Well,
This
Mhm.
time, finally.
I still don't.
I
think,
finally get the assist.
I don't think a 1 is gonna
5.
do it, Gavin.
Okay. And what did Tala get?
I got a 4. I don't know
Okay.
what that means with Esther's 1.
Do I just lose her? Like, do I
Or am I
As
so
soon
good
as
at
she gets-
driving that I know to slow down when I see her like not behind me?
Luckily, Tala did well enough that you don't lose her, but you
I
can
have a
tell
giant roach on my hood.
she's having a real hard time keeping up with you because
Can't
Yeah.
see over the steering wheel.
she keeps having like groups of people running in front of her, so she stops and
Yeah.
doesn't want to go around because she'd be going
Draw
over a
more
double yellow
attention.
line.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
would draw more
Oh,
attention
okay.
that way. So
She's like, it
Yeah.
looks more human if I follow all the traffic laws. And I'm like, no, it makes you look less human.
perfect. Thank you.
So you eventually get back to the hospital. It just takes a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
Okay,
so after about an hour and a half, you get there.
I'll just hop in next time. This was you knew where you were going. I didn't, so and she just takes like a golf bag out of her golf and just puts it in Ratsby and then like goes inside to the hospital.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say she had a golf bag in her golf
Yes.
car?
It is a
All
pink
right.
golf bag with like white trim and it has those little like sockies like on the top
Mm,
of like
mhm.
all
Yeah.
the golf clubs.
Yeah, like covering all the individual golf clubs. They're like fuzzy.
I'd like to
Okay.
check the trunk and pull out some googly eyes and put googly eyes
From
on the top
C4.
of those golf heads.
On each. So they look like little Muppets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's yeah.
Sounds
Yep,
good.
they are.
I'm
that's true.
gonna place my fuzziest spiders on top of like the biggest one, so it looks like a weird little wig.
We're building out world building right now, and it's really working. We're
Yeah,
really
this
killing
is
it.
all
Good
lore.
job, everybody. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Yeah, I feel like I I feel like I'm a little more okay with Esther joining. I was a little hesitant about having a new person during this time of upheaval, but seeing her pull a golf bag out of her golf car, I was like, oh, all right. This one might not be too bad.
I have a question, mechanics question. So on my good old lore sheet, we briefly talked about this, and then I had the thought. So I do have this ability, Scent the Bond, where I had a realization that Quinton is level 1 blood bonded with Saoirse.
Oh.
So
Oh.
can
Little
I
fortitude?
just kind of lean out the window and just give a big old whiff and be like, oh, I can smell Saoirse somewhere, like, and kind of hound dog my way towards her.
1 second.
It says it's a resolve and awareness test, difficulty 4, and it doesn't mention distance whatsoever.
One second.
Yeah. The pretty sure the intent was when you're like face to face talking to somebody, like in close proximity. But I will allow you to try to use it, but at a higher difficulty.
Okay. Let me just check real quick. I mean, if I'm gonna do that, I will blood surge and up my resolve.
Okay.
By 3. But yeah, I'd like to give it a go, because we were just told she was kidnapped, and being able to identify where she is would be a big help.
And as this is a once per story situation, I won't, like, whether you succeed or fail here, I won't say this is the only time you're going to get to roll. Moving forward, if you're trying to be a bloodhound and track down Saoirse, you can keep making the roll for her, but no one else.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's this would be the most practical use that he would use it for, is tracking down his co-remate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for finding the prince, but
I don't have a bond. Yeah, I don't know what that sounds like.
It's even harder with Tremere because they've got issues with bonding.
All right.
I mean, makes sense.
So
let's give it a go.
It's kind of in our blood, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn a willpower. Oop. Okay, that's 1, 2. Okay, sorry, 1, 2.
Oh, it looks like chat bumped up a die for a success for Quinton.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Crystal.
So you brought me up to a 9.
Wow.
9?
A 9. Yeah. It was a crit. The reroll got me a crit.
All right. So, with rolling so well, you can say with pretty good confidence that from the drive between the cultural district and your hospital haven in Northside, that Saoirse has not been in those areas for some time, as you cannot smell her.
Okay.
So
Okay, so I can rule this place off my my list.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Then yeah, I would just then pull my head in and be like, "See."
What did Plague give you?
Oh yeah, this. Yeah, it's like an envelope. I figured we'd open at the hospital.
Yeah, we're here. We're here now, so we can go inside to open
Yeah,
it.
so Esther like looks around like, this is the hospital, right? Like that's what he's talking about.
Oh yeah,
Oh
no,
yeah,
it's
yeah. I got
it's totally
distracted.
fine.
Okay, yeah, let's go. I run inside.
I mean, it
Yes.
looks run down, but you can still see the hospital shape to it.
Yeah. So you guys head into your abandoned hospital, into your nurse's station,
Mm-hmm.
where Quinton still has a couple of clipboards.
Can Jax be waiting at the counter already with a clipboard?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, I love that Jax is leaning into it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and then
Mhm.
yeah, Tala walks up and also grabs the clipboard and then hands one to Esther, and there's just like a blank piece of paper on it.
Okay. Let's see what we've got here. And let you open up the envelope.
Esther takes a pen out from her hair that no one saw.
Is that him attempting to get the
There we go.
envelope open?
Yeah, got it. Okay. All right, what do we have here?
So you open up a letter, a handwritten letter.
Okay, got a letter here.
And within it, it states, "Good evening. I am contacting you as we require your
Davy Jones, thank you for the sub.
we require your immediate assistance.
Okay, they need us.
You have proven yourselves to be trustworthy and capable. But what we have to ask is far more dangerous than anything you have ever experienced before.
Debatable, but go on, letter.
Yes.
He says to the
Esther-
letter.
Esther is like just drawing like a bunch of
Continue
like,
letter.
awkward,
Yeah.
like stuff on the clipboard, like really intricate like architectural design that looks very steampunky and also weird. And she gives like a little like okay, and keeps going.
Is Quinton reading this letter out loud, or is he reading it all in his head and then he's gonna tell us what it says?
He thinks he's reading it in his head, but he's actually saying it all out loud.
Oh, but he's actually like under his breath reading it out loud. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's got like somehow he's putting like a little bit of reverb behind his voice when he's reading out loud, and then when he's like, "Please continue, letter," it's like completely normal Quinton voice, and then it jumps back over to like reverb a little bit when he's talking when he's reading
a letter voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You could say he must have like without even thinking about it. It's like the other part of his brain adjusts his vocal cords with Fleshcraft and just like tweaks them just enough so it causes that reverberation when he's reading this letter.
It's unconscious fleshcrafting.
You know
fleshcrafting.
Malkavians, man, it's wild. You should never give them fleshcrafting. They can't fully control themselves. Or at least I can't. Quinton can't.
But they can control other people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
in so many more ways now.
Oh yeah.
the letter continues, stating, "We know what the Dark Mother is after, and where the captain's map will lead them. They must be stopped."
Okay. us to stop the people that we want to stop. They want us to stop. This seems like we're lining up pretty well here so far. This is good. This is good. Is this a multi-page letter or just one page?
Just one page.
Okay.
And keeps going, stating, we must release the Kraken.
I'm in.
Meet us at insert location here, insert address here.
Does it say insert address here?
No.
Okay.
Like
they made a little note and they forgot to write it in there.
And meet us here in 7 nights.
Oh, madam.
7 nights. Meet at spot.
So in exactly a week, meet at location.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yes.
I wonder if it's a portal. Because sometimes to get into the void, it has to like line up time and place wise. So maybe that's part of it.
But it would have been yesterday. So it would, if we were trying to meet up. I mean, it still could be different for the void. But the prince went missing as of yesterday.
Well, this is probably from Plague, right? Talking about today.
Yeah, this is a Plague's ask on
Seems
us.
like a Plague. This is a Plague.
I'm in fully committed.
Okay.
So like,
Plague's never steered me wrong.
I think we should do this.
I'm gonna go ahead and get message out to Echo to reach out to Mama Boils and let her know that we have completed our end of the deal, and she'll know what it means about Elysium.
I'd probably just be like, oh, she already knows.
Or
I guarantee she already knows.
If the Nosferatu are good at anything, it's knowing.
Yeah, it's more like they've probably told her, but I'm a gentle reminder of like, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome.
Got it. Okay.
I'm sorry, but having a boon from Mama Boils, who's now the leader of Elysium, is very powerful. Sick. It's very. I want to make sure we have it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought we were gonna have to sell Jax to her or something for this.
She already owns Jax.
Oh yeah.
I sold you for some pogs.
I don't even know what a pog is, but I did it. and one slammer.
So for this week, we will actually kind of track time here.
Oh.
Tonight is Friday the 6th. And you need to meet them on Friday the 13th.
Oh, you fucking
it's
would.
Portal thing. It's a fucking magic portal thing.
Yes. Let's go.
Hate the void. Why? Fuck. Okay.
No,
it's fine. Fuck him. Yeah, it's fine.
Now that I have gained title of Hound, I really feel like I should be eating in line with as such to really represent myself. So Tala's going to go ahead and summon some dogs to the hospital.
So, again, we're going to go ahead and have you use your general feeding roll. Which,
okay.
Yeah, I believe it was animal kin and something.
Yeah, that's what I was like, oh, shoot. I don't have to use it very often, so I was trying to remember.
Composure plus animal kin.
Animal kin. Okay, cool. Oh, yes. Let's go. Look at all these black dice.
Didn't expect to be made sheriff today, so got some thinking to do.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was out of character. It was going to be Quinton or Jax, but Quinton is the person in charge of Quinton's boys from their perspective. So they said
Mhm.
Quinton.
Yes, they are.
My title, you got
damn it.
sheriff.
Yeah.
Every time they're
Gosh.
asked, he's the leader. So
Okay, I got an 8 on that roll.
8?
He is Quinton of Quinton. Yeah, I got a success, and I was rolling with that's a 7 pool. Yeah, pool of 7 dice.
So even with the increased Sabat activity in
I
this
feel
area,
very strongly about this hound thing.
and with
I mean, I think you know what I'm hoping for.
this no longer being your domain,
goes
Mhm.
to a special location.
the difficulty
Mhm.
is a bit higher now.
Yeah.
But
Worth it.
Okay.
you just barely get enough for your calls to succeed, and you can flake
Okay.
down to 1 hunger.
Nice. All right. I'd like to call Butcher and have him
Okay.
meet us here. If he's not already here, he might be here or not.
No, he answers. It's like, yeah, I'll make my way over there. Take me a little bit, but
Alrighty. See you in a bit. Oh. Alright, hang up. I looked at everyone. I'm like, all right, what do y'all want to do first?
There are a lot of. You said that you could help me with my Johnson situation.
I'm sorry, what?
The hunters. They all
Oh!
stand under the name
I'm sorry, what
Johnson.
now?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm bringing mine in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Your Smith and Johnsons, yes.
Mm-hmm.
They were
Yeah.
all Johnsons. Like,
Yeah. So, there's a few things.
I mean,
First
they
off,
seem like Johnsons. Like,
are you
oh no, when
listening
they
to
got
them
there,
in the building? Like,
I hadn't set that up yet. I'm more Ba- so I run a boutique hotel and we feature like horror, right? So like we kind of hit the vampire thing a little hard, and I think that maybe it alerted them that maybe it wasn't all just, anyway. So they're at, yeah, I have not. I was gonna put in a speaker system, but really all I do is I just kind of like I'm kind of freaky and I tend to freak mortals out when I'm around them. So I really just have been doing it like manual, like old school style. And I've wanted to take more time off, so I was gonna put in those. I haven't. No.
Okay, so we don't have any idea of what they know. That's fine. We're gonna fix that. Because we need to know what they know.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna have my boy get in there, and he's gonna try to figure out what they know, so that we know what they know.
I think we do have a reservation still open. Like with this whole emergency thing, we've gotten a couple Red Cross kind of things going on, but like it's really just the Red Cross and the Inquisition at this moment. So I'm sure that he'll fit right in. Like really.
Oh yeah, no, he's a part of the Inquisition, so like he'll fit in just fine.
I assumed from context clues that that's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
I think.
So all right, we've got that avenue. So we have one pathway of we start turning the Inquisition into an ally of sorts without them knowing it, but kind of manipulate them into fighting the Sabbat and not our folks. That's kind of one area that we want to go into. There's one direction of the strategy. Other part, we could go bonk some heads places. That's a thing. I feel like we should probably try to get other folks involved. Wait, I swing over and look at Jax. I'm like, can I command people? Can I send Willow into a den of Sabbat and just have him die?
I don't think so.
Is that a thing I can do now?
No. You are not.
Fuck.
You're supposed to enforce the established
But you
laws.
can
You
forcibly
can't.
deputize people though.
Yeah,
Like,
can I
you
just
can
make
command
them?
them? Like
Yeah.
if you Yeah, I feel like that works.
Make him a little deputy. Give him a little
We have
star.
a
Send him
secret
in.
mission we need you to do.
Top secret. All right, it's fine. I'll put the Willow thing on the back burner for now, I guess.
Personally, I want to try to avoid talking to him. I just.
He's a prick. He sucks.
I hate him so much. I don't even want to give him the satisfaction of, oh, I was asked to do something. You understand? Like,
yeah. That's true. Because then it's giving him, if he succeeds somehow, like that would make me look real shitty.
Like he sucks.
I mean,
He just sucks.
So our priorities are your coterie mate is missing, like captured by the bot.
Yeah, so I'm trying to sniff around for her. She isn't anywhere near where we were. I checked. She hasn't been there in a while. So.
Do we know where she last was? Like maybe we could start
Princess
there?
Tower.
That's.
Yeah.
Didn't he say that she took the captain?
Before it was pulled into darkness.
That's right. Some weird building.
Oh yeah, at the Smiti Sabat. The Sabat Havoc.
Yeah.
We could go there.
So we could start there. So we wanna find your coterie mate. Oh shit! Do we have to kill her because we're hounds, or do we just have to make her leave if we find her?
No, we're gonna keep her.
That makes me uncomfortable, but okay.
That's fine. You're gonna be uncomfortable for a little bit because I don't quite trust you 100% yet. So like you're kind of.
Tala just turns and she's like, "There's gonna be a lot of moments where you feel uncomfortable."
No, I usually.
You haven't even seen one of the pianos yet.
That's fine. You haven't seen. Never mind. What?
I've seen everything. I see everything all the time at once, right now even. But here's what needs to happen. We have to focus on this war and as the number one. I hate to say it, but we can look for Saoirse while we're doing that.
Okay.
Because
I can get behind that. Fighting a war.
Yeah, if they don't perceive me doing things like this is can we all agree that they're trying to kill us, right? Like they're putting us in a position of power to off us, right?
Yes,
like that's what's happening right now.
Trying to kill me, like I know that, so I can only imagine you pissed them off doing something. I don't know what though. But yeah, they want me.
I'm surprised you haven't heard, but that's okay. We've done a lot. We've done a lot. So tired. All right.
I'm a little new to the Camarilla in gen. Well, that's not true at all. Actually, fucking. I'm back. Sorry. I've been in the Camarilla a long time, but people don't think I have, so it's weird.
Interesting.
Initiative's new though, and like I was kind of digging it.
We were too. I'm kind of curious. I look over at Tala and like, what's going on with the Ravnos on this whole thing?
Yeah,
they haven't been expelled,
you know what? It's been a little. I haven't heard anything yet, but there were no friendly faces at our meeting, and I noticed that my Primogen was not there.
The Ravnos actually never had a Primogen.
Yeah, I think we did. Oh, okay. For some reason, I was thinking that I think because Micah is someone that I go to a lot. For some reason, I was thinking Micah was our Primogen. But yeah, I want to reach out to Micah as soon as I get a chance over at the circus and see what's going on and what he's heard. Because I'm getting real itchy about this new regime.
Are we killing Omar, or are we like focusing on the Sabbat? Like, who are we?
I mean, I would love if Omar was not around anymore, but I think we got two ugly babies to deal with.
And just to remind you, the prince did state your first task as the new sheriff's office is to put an end to Baron Omar. And then
fuck.
you are to focus on the Sabbat.
Oh, then.
He doesn't.
Alright.
He
Oh,
definitely
dang it.
doesn't see the enemy of my enemy as my friend kind
Yeah.
of angle. He's a just burn it down.
And he
Start with the small
wants
one.
he wants Baron Omar and the Freedom Fighters done and gone by the end of the week.
Oh.
Alright, so we got a week to take care of that, and then we have our secret meeting, and then we are really booked solid, guys. But let's go ahead, Jax. I know you've been working on this for a while. What's the plan? Killing Omar. Go.
Do you really think that now is the time?
I mean, that's the order from the top. We have to.
Yes, I think now's the time. We only have a week.
The good news is now we have the green light to kill Omar.
Okay.
I feel like that's been going on for a
You
while.
When else are you going to
Yeah.
get this opportunity?
so Jax, Saoirse did tell you a while ago that she was having her ghouls or her allies lure Omar into a trap for you guys. And I'm assuming that in some downtime, you guys would have been able to connect or somewhat set that up.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to be able to tell them, like, hey, lure them into this place this time, and they'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, basically she was helping out a bunch of ghouls that their original vampire sponsors were in the Anarchs, and when they all came together, there was some that died and they didn't have any vampires, so she was willingly like giving them blood to like basically stay from like decaying into dust because some of them were really old. So they owed her, and this was the favor she was calling in, basically. It's like, use your Anarch contacts and your knowledge and set this up so we're attacking him on our terms, but maybe in his territory.
Hmm.
Wherever it would be plausible for him to come and we could have time to set up something. So they were in the works of doing that, which is why it hadn't happened yet.
Okay. So to base what the trap would have been, did we ever figure out that, like, so level 1 movement of the mind, that is like I can just move a bunch of stuff all at once with that, right? I didn't have to get a later one anymore.
Let me open that up, double check the wording on it.
Esther's gonna step out for a second. She's gotta check on the hotel.
Because what my plan was that I had been working on was going to be a kind of like a nail bomb kind of situation, except the nails are stakes, and I was going to control as many of them as possible all at the same time to just fly into his body, because him being a gangrel, he can move where his heart is. He can even live with his heart removed from his body, which I don't know if he's done that, but
Okay.
with how he can dodge attacks, it's pretty hard to dodge like a couple hundred stakes coming at you at the same time.
Yeah, so with that would be the higher level powers. Yeah, lifting up a bunch of stakes and then chucking them all at once as an attack, basically. Movement of the mind. You can do like a single small items if you want. So you could do like a stake and have it go for a start from behind him where he doesn't see it coming and doesn't know to dodge. Things like that. But you could also use the level 1 power to try to restrain Omar himself. But that's an opposed roll.
Okay.
So.
I like that idea a lot, having the the hidden one behind him.
And if you have a bunch hidden around the area, that would be good. You're smart enough to know that.
Multiple opportunities to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that will be what I've had them do, because it was going to be like setting up maybe some old generators that look like they aren't going to work, but now I don't need that stuff. And then we kind of murdered his court wizard already, so that's a huge like player that was going to be a problem that is now gone.
Yeah.
That kind of leaves, like, I think we can do this. It's going to be tough without Saoirse. Like, we don't know where she is, but we can do this.
Yeah, so we have there's something in the works that is bringing him to a certain spot. And then our task is not just to end Omar, it's to end the independents, the anarchs, to get them out of here. Effectively.
Freedom fighters specifically.
The freedom fighters
Yeah.
specifically.
His group.
Basically, quash one uprising and then focus on the Sabbat.
Yeah.
Got
Get
it.
rid of the radicals and then focus on the Sabbat.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
The freedom fighters I'm okay with. I don't think there's any conflict here. That seems like a shared goal, honestly. All right.
Oh, I also would like to roll to try to heal some of my aggravated damage.
Oh yeah, I'd like to help.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and make those rolls. So it's 3 rouse checks to roll your 1 aggravated damage for the night.
And was
okay. So I get.
And if you fail any one of the 3, it doesn't heal the aggravated damage, correct?
It does. You just get hungrier for every one that you fail.
So I get
Okay.
I get 1 more thing of hungry, and I get 1 more thing of health.
Yep.
No. You healed 2 aggravated damage.
On top of the
What?
one that I did?
Yeah, well, I'm using my ability to heal him.
Oh.
Like, while we're doing this, I'm spending the whole scene helping him heal. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so he heals 1 on his own, and then you can heal him for more.
Yeah. And I got 6 total, which would be 2 points of aggravate.
Okay.
Yeah, I healed my 1 aggravated damage that I have, but I did get hungrier, so I'm just gonna eat. I was already at 1 hunger when I summoned the dogs. I'm just gonna eat one of the dogs.
Yeah, I did get hungrier doing that though.
We are back to. I think we're only missing. Yeah, we're missing.
And then
health now. Way better.
Gavin, is it possible to do a roll for the aggravated and do a roll for the superficial, or do I have to wait to do superficial tomorrow?
You can do superficial pretty much anytime. It's just aggravated's the only one that's limited to doing one
night.
1 per night, unless you have the discipline.
Okay.
And if you had willpower damage, you recover that for the start of the session as well.
I'm assuming there's a few things that are going to be happening in the background-ish, like Quinton will be briefed on current wartime status, and then based on activity and stuff. I honestly feel like there's a lot that just got dumped on me, and so there should be like a lot of information coming in if I'm going to help run this.
I do think that the reason why the Primogens were put in charge of any masquerade stuff is so that we wouldn't be distracted from the war effort.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're doing wartime stuff now.
Yeah. It's only if they have some major incident that they would come to you. But again, they don't want to because that makes them look inept, and this new prince would probably get rid of them. So.
Okay. Let me think here.
But as the new sheriff, you can assume that it's going to take some time for them to actually get information to be able to give you.
Got it.
It's
Okay.
all very dynamic and happening
Yeah, there's a
fast.
lot going on.
Okay. So I kind of turned to Jax. I'm like, all right, what are your thoughts on this trap that is happening? What are your thoughts on sending the Inquisition after him? I know we're kind of torn between, like, if you want it done right, do it yourself, and could be clean, could be a complete failure. We have no idea with the Inquisition.
I mean, we get as much credit if the Inquisition does it for us as if we do it with the Archons. So I say we use the Inquisition.
But it's also, how many opportunities are we going to be able to lure him into one spot, right? Like, he's probably going to get a lot more careful after this if they don't succeed.
Yeah, it seems like that avenue will be closed if it's not successful.
There's a lot of pride in this also. He doesn't want to show it, but he's like, I really want to kind of watch him die, you know? At this point, like,
Esther's just afraid of getting killed. That's the only reason she's saying the
Yeah.
Inquisition. She thinks it's better if they do it. She just is not saying that out loud.
He wants to do this himself. Plus, might get to eat him, you know? Like,
oh,
whoa,
See?
sheesh.
Coming in with a story moment.
Oh.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right.
And
the
you get
eye
a premonition.
and his eyes roll back in his head, and he just starts convulsing on the floor.
Do I succeed in diablerizing Omar?
Yep. So, Quinton here.
And you know, Gavin, if he says yes, that means there's no rolls. It just happens.
Yep. No. So what were you just saying? You're talking about...
Should the hunters do it, or should we go after Omar directly? Which is going to
Would
be
the
more
Inquisition
successful.
succeed?
Yeah.
So, Quinton, you...
I hand him a fresh clipboard, like with a pen and paper, and I have no idea why.
So, Quinton, you suddenly stop talking as your eyes go white, and you see you see Butcher talking with a group of what look like Agent Smiths, and you see them what feels like multiple days later, and you feel overwhelming urgency and impatience and anger. But then the scene changes and flashes to you guys in some kind of ambush formation about to jump the Baron. So in short, if you go with the Inquisition, it's going to take them too long to actually do it, being that you have a deadline of a week. Because they gather their information, they know who they're striking, they know how to kill it. You don't have time.
Okay. Okay. No, we gotta do it ourselves. We gotta do it ourselves.
Okay.
Okay. Hang on. Oh. Okay, that was a doozer.
I'm really glad that you used that, Sheesh. I've been waiting for someone to use it. I like that one.
That's a storyteller's best friend.
Receive a premonition.
Yeah, just
Okay. Oh, good news is we definitely get to a point where we're in position to try to ambush him. So that's good news. We got plot armor, baby. Let's go.
so whatever it turns out to be that the scene is where you're set up and ready to go, that's what you saw.
Okay.
I just don't know what that is yet. So
Okay, so all right, we're gonna lure them in, and then we need to start prepping. We need materials, we need weapons, we need everything we can get. Jax, let's get over to the old sheriff department, see what's left, and probably relocate those supplies to either our haven or here.
Okay.
And maybe we can spread them around. We'll set up caches in different areas just in case so that they're not all in one spot. And let me think here. Fuck. So that's that. We're not going to be able to use the Inquisition against them because it would take way too long. Fuck. All right. Do we have any way of getting in contact with these people that are luring him somewhere, or do we just have like a date and a time?
yeah, I'd say Jax has contact info for one of them because you guys needed to give them the day and time to do it.
Jax, would you like to establish contact with them and take up that role as a communicator?
Sure.
Okay. Cool. Then yeah, I think our strategy is going to depend on the where. Like, I don't know where this is taking place, so we need to know that. I am probably going to have to deal with a lot of other stuff now, so I'm gonna have to delegate towards you guys to, prepare all this. While I deal with all of the politics that I love so much.
I understand. I had to be the front face of the PTA with the parents, so
It's exactly the same. Like,
it's exactly the same.
it's exactly the
Thankless
same.
and
It really
cutthroat.
is.
They will
Yeah.
murder you. for
You ever,
sure,
like,
and
you
they
want
your
something
death.
really bad and then you get it and you're like, ah, shit. You know? That's where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there. And now I have a hotel.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was I needed something a little more creative, like world just wasn't going my way.
Okay, so first off, I'd just like to do a brief interview real quick.
Oh, sure. She sits down, like does the prim and proper thing, and like you suddenly realize she's wearing like a pencil skirt and like a little like suit, and you're like, was she always wearing that? I don't remember.
Okay, dress prompt. What would you say your strengths are?
Oh, I am a very well-spoken person.
Just write Douglas?
No, I wouldn't. I've met Douglas. That's not. I get around well. Um
Okay.
I know a lot of people, not a lot of people know me.
Reconnaissance.
Yes. I feel like I'm good at that. Yes.
Okay. Okay, we can work with that. We can work with reconnaissance. So recon, that's good. Real sneaky. You like to get around unnoticed. Okay. Let me see. Combat capabilities. You gonna fight?
Yes, I fenced in college, so I'm
You can
pretty
use
good at that.
swords. Okay, sword fighter. All right, that's pretty sick. What are you rocking right now?
Oh, and she like goes to Ratsby and gets her golf bag, and she just pulls these like sword after sword out of the bag.
Oh,
So it just kind
multiple
of depends.
swords.
It just kind of depends, like what the situation calls for. Because
Sword
sometimes
fighter.
close combat, and she like pulls out like a machete, it's like. But other times you want to have a little bit of range, and she like pulls out like a short sword, basically.
Okay, and you bring the golf bag with you when you're in a fight.
Oh, yes.
Okay, golf bag goes with you. Got it. Golf bag goes with you. All right. That's good. Let me think here. So, what are your thoughts on the freedom fighters?
Oh, I don't give a fuck about anarchs. I actually quite hate them. They're the reason. I have you has anyone told you about me? Like
Mm.
any other Malkavians?
No, I've just seen you like in the corner.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So
especially during mead time, which was a little strange in my book. Like, I do have a mark here, a little demerit. Like, when it's mead time, usually everybody's on the chandeliers, and you weren't.
so I don't know how to explain this. I'm not a Malkavian. Like I'm I'm not. Um I'm actually a Nosferatu, and it's just this really fucked up just this fucked up thing that happened where I'm not anymore, and like Plague knows and he believes me, but like nobody fucking else does, and like I'm really sick and tired of it. Um Yeah. So like this anarch bitch tried to kill me, right? Like we were fighting and like she tried to fucking eat me and she fucking didn't. And but now I'm not a Nosferatu anymore, and no one fucking believes me, and nobody fucking trusts me because they think I'm this fucking anarch bitch. I'm fucking not. And yeah, that's my deal.
Quinton like looks at you and goes, "That makes
I thought you
perfect
should know.
sense.
I thought you should know. Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Since we're gonna be
Yes.
working together, I thought you should know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
Now there are two of them.
yeah, I hate it. I hate it when that happens. I just like blood changes. Oh gosh, it just.
Nope, and nobody believes me. Like nobody. Like
You know
you
what?
all
He
think
like leans in. He's
it's
like,
because
I believe you. I rolled
and like
I
a little
rolled a
blood tear,
5 to lie to you.
like 5 successes.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Give me a moment to see what your insight is. Is that a wits?
Probably like wits and insight.
Yeah, wits insight.
And have to crit.
Curious. Does Esther want to
I did.
believe it?
Oh, damn it! So I did crit, but it's still only 4. God damn it! All right, what were you saying, Gavin?
I believe you.
Does Esther want to believe him?
Yes, she does.
Okay. So with that crit,
So I only got 4 successes, and it was like a bloody,
yeah,
bloody one.
it was a
beast
messy
shield
crit.
Okay.
That was a messy crit.
So your beast just gets so excited that somebody believes you that you don't have the slightest inkling that he's lying. Like 100%, somebody finally. Yeah.
And it's not just like Plague, who really she doesn't think he really believes. She's just he just seems to think she's useful, and that's good enough for her. But like to be really seen,
Yeah.
by a coterie mate, and she hasn't had a coterie in a while. Like,
So question,
yeah.
can you guide us through the labyrinth?
Oh yeah, I know how to get in there for sure.
The getting out is the part that I'm concerned about.
Getting out's the
I've
big
never had a
problem.
problem before.
I'd like to roll insight. I don't know how much I believe on this one. This is kind of important.
While you're doing that, Lindsay needs to step away for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I got a
So
3.
Tala is going to head out and go check in with the Ravnos and see what's up.
Yeah. Basically find out what everyone is hearing, and then also check in to see, even though we're kind of more of a spread out
Thank you for the follow for
plan, even though we don't normally conglomerate together, I'm still very curious with the change in with this new Camarilla, what this is going to mean for the Ravnos. And I think they're probably nervous as well. So I kind of want to check in with the few that I'm friends with in the city and see what's going on.
Okay. And we will get that when you get back.
Mhm.
So, in the meantime, you are making a roll.
Okay.
And
So I got 3 successes.
So, I honestly forgot what the roll was
oh
for.
shoot.
It was so Quinton at
We need to take a
so
break because all the
Yeah.
cameras are gonna be messed up now.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to take a short tech break.
intermission,
Mhm.
2-hour intermission.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Go
And-
use your bathrooms.
Yep.
Get your drinkies.
And I need to change earbuds while we're at it.
See, it's all working out.
Sounds good.
So,
My
tech break.
McAfee expiration thing expired. Get that out of
Oh,
here.
you're
I
a
actually
McAfee.
don't think I have that. So that's
Yep, but
alarming.
they want you to. They
Actually,
want
it's
you to
very-
McAfee is
know.
a virus.
No, exactly. I think it might actually be. Did I get a
Click
freaking
for
virus on
more,
my
eh?
computer? What the hell?
What a twist.
Yeah, it would be a twist. I hope not.
Is the
All right,
sound
y'all.
off? Or are they hearing
No,
all
they're
of
they're
it?
hearing all of this.
Oh,
Y'all,
good.
we'll be back in just a
Quality.
minute. Bye.
Quality
Hang on.
entertainment.
I know, right?
Yes, Davey. You're
It was a browser source. We're good, everybody. BRB.
Howdy.
Hey, welcome back.
It's rough, but we got
And
there.
we're fixed.
Mostly. We were not. There is no virus. The browser source that I was using apparently was hijacked, but it's not us, so we're good.
I don't know. Shortly after that, McCaffrey tried to like do a scan on my computer, so maybe I'm done too.
Oh no, we've all been pwned.
Don't know.
Tala had to go. There's something going on. She has to take care of. So. Yeah.
Unexpected IRLs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Welcome here! Finally here.
A Lotus.
Mm-hmm.
You've just missed Esther joining the crew, and Tala's gonna go talk to some Ravnos, business.
Mm-hmm.
So, so we are in the middle of you guys planning
The demise.
your plan of attack for Baron Omar. You so far are planning on having stakes set up around the area that you're planning to be. But
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that map.
where would you like to do this?
We don't want it to be too close to mortals, because then we just have to kill ourselves, right? Like, so should be somewhere a little private.
Alright, which one of these has the maps?
The light blue,
Light blue one?
bright blue one that has the list of settings.
The one that
On the
right
front?
here says very clearly list of districts and unique sites and locations that I should have read
Yeah.
first. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that one.
That's the one. There it is. I have an idea. That will be essentially. All right.
I do hate birds.
So here's my loose plan. I'm gonna run it by y'all, and we'll see what happens.
Sure.
We need to go talk to the Bruja. And we need to get them involved in this plan as a redemption arc.
I mean, we don't have to
Mhm.
kill Brujas when we see them.
We-
just the thin
our
bloods,
order
right?
hasn't-
Like, if it's just the thin bloods?
Our order has nothing to do about killing Bruja. They're just not welcome here on the council, right? So if we can get them to help us, that gives them some leverage to negotiate their way back into the Camarilla. And then we get Omar to be a big dead pile of ash. That's pretty sick. And that could help Saoirse come back into the fold once we find her and recover her. So we've got like a triple take situation here by getting them involved. And because Saoirse is a whip, and was a whip, and we're trying to help save her, they may be more inclined to help us with this situation. So that's one avenue where we could get a little bit of reinforcements, I think. A little bit of muscle, because we're lacking in that, aside from our big lightning bolt boy over here. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about all the firepower we really have. I can punch real good.
Yeah, Esther can't speak. She does not know what to say to that.
Just her face.
It's just lots of.
Mm-hmm. So, was there? I'm trying to look. Is there an area where the Bruja are known to hang out, or were known to hang out?
If they were to find out that they're being kind of kicked out again,
Mm-hmm.
you can assume that they would fall back to the Fort Dick area.
Enemy territory. Okay.
That's actually still, or
I have
Still
four
under
places. I have Barrens, the North District, Fort Dick, and a meadow.
oh, well, there are spat there. They have a foothold in part of it,
Hmm.
but it's the eastern half that they have. The western half is
Okay.
still under control, from what you know, by the Baron's coterie.
Okay. West is still
So-
potentially good. Okay. So then we can also talk to the Baron.
Well,
Baron's
the
missing.
Baron, yeah, we should
Or
maybe go to
dead.
the Spire if we want to know for sure.
The Spire was the Prince's Tower, yeah?
Yeah, and then you know that the Baron, he would also be there.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I was there. They're definitely not there. Right now. Like, I was definitely there. I saw the Prince's office. Like, the whole top level is blown to shit. But there is the potential that they could have escaped, but we don't know how far away they could be.
So question. I remember loosely because this was like over a month ago now. Quinton was looking for like the necklace that the prince got given when like she was at the like party, basically. I don't remember. Did he find it or did he not find it? I thought he didn't find it.
He did not.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we see like the big sword that the Baron
Nope.
was given?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so
Okay.
we have nothing to confirm that they were actually there when it happened. Just assumptions.
You have the word of your new prince.
Yep.
Yeah, I
and
don't care about that.
he's got some self-interest going on.
I have lots of self-interest in this as well.
My narrative is helpful for me. I
Mhm.
believe it.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Okay, so we go to the Baron's coterie with that information. And then maybe they connect us to the brew house?
Yeah, I think that's a good start, because we have 7 days to do this. Yeah, we need to get allies, come up with a location, and then establish a plan, and then execute the plan.
We couldn't like corner him in like a metal melting kind of factory, right? Like that would be a little too on the nose.
There's
Like
factories.
Like Terminator style though, you know what I mean? Like
I like
crush
this.
him in a machine, pour him into
Have him like thumbs up, and then like
like a redemption arc, but he still has to go.
yeah, like
Set it up that way.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
There are various factories in the industrial zone.
And that's still Camarilla territory?
Yes,
Okay,
but it
so we
is
take him.
right close to where, or pretty close to where, the freedom fighters are.
Okay, so part 2 of this situation, I think we want to get the Ravnos involved as well for the same reasons. Pretty much anyone that is currently an outcast, I want to bring them into this plan. That's my goal. We are going to keep the initiative alive unofficially. And then to give them enough leverage to buy their way back in. That's kind of the idea.
Is there any way to get the Thin Bloods to help us without it looking like treason? I can't think of any, but I don't like the idea of leaving them out in the cold either.
Can you blood bond with a thin blood, or do they just how's that work?
You can blood bond a thin blood. they can't blood bond you necessarily. Like they can blood bond, but it's only for like a night.
And then it just kind of wears off.
Yeah.
Okay. For the Thin Bloods, we can try to get them involved. They're gonna operate in fear though, so that might be a little dicey. And then also, they kind of have a kill on sight order on them, which I'm trying my best not to disobey direct orders per se.
Same.
Like the Bruja, there was nothing about them. Ravnos, nothing about them. But there is a kill on sight for the Thin Bloods.
Okay, so maybe we table that for a later
Yeah.
endeavor.
I'd say our best bet with that is try to find out where they are and avoid them. Yeah, if we don't come across them, we don't have to kill them. So maybe Esther, maybe that's something you can take up, try to find out where they're at a little bit, and then we can set up a war map, try to pick an area where they aren't very densely populated, you know? And then that can be our ambush point. It'd be nice if it was kind of close to Fort Dick, so that the Bruja can get there easily. The Ravnos are pretty quick. They can get around very fast.
And they can move through the city. Like,
Yeah.
they haven't been removed, so I think we're fine there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd say a factory is probably a good call.
Factory, I think it's the loud noises happen there all the time. You've got like
If there's an
large chunks of
explosion
metal.
or a
Yeah, like
fire,
oh,
things
an
happen.
accident. Like yeah,
Yes.
you know, like large rebar hitting the ground. Like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, someone drove a forklift into a propane tank, and here we are. Like, that's just...
yeah, it'll be very
what
easy to
happened.
cover up a fight with Omar in a factory. So I think, is there any like broken down, like not in use factories that are like
Yes, there
they
are
obscure?
separate.
Okay, yeah, let's pick a factory that obscures vision, you know, kind of from the outside, but is still kind of, there's lots of cover inside, broken machinery, things that we can use. Or maybe it's like lightly operated factory. Is there any factories that Willow owns that we can fuck up?
You'd have to find
In
out.
the industrial
Goddamn.
district? I don't know.
All right.
There are a
could
few,
look into
or
it.
there's probably a couple of factories which like recently shut down or are shutting down.
Mm-hmm.
That might fit what you're looking for.
That's what I want. Yeah, something that was recently shut down. So that way, like, the machinery might still work, so you wouldn't raise a brow if, like, something turned on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, it still had electricity. Of course it would turn on. Yeah, so let's do that. So a factory recently shut down. We will have to communicate with the Bruja, try to bring them in, and then talk to the Ravnos, which I'm gonna say Tala is already doing that. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you can do a scene at some point to see how that
Yeah,
plays out.
We'll say she was going to talk about having them join
Mm-hmm.
when she left.
I am so glad I got my golf clubs out of there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was good. That was smart. I want to talk to the Nosferatu. We need to get an information network going. They already have one, so like, we should piggyback on that. And just try to have eyes and see where everything's kind of moving. So I also, on the larger picture, I want a net of like, here's how, this is where we're seeing activity, these are some of the things that movement that's happening, weapons are being moved from here to here, people are being moved from here to here, we're seeing some weird shit over here, like stuff like that. Like, even if it's vague and worth looking into, I want to know about it. So we're gonna need to talk to the Nosferatu about that as well. I don't know. Do you guys got any ideas? Jax, you have anything for the Omar plan?
I think I said everything for now, at least.
Mm-hmm. So how could, if we manage to get, I'm not gonna say they're gonna give us every Bruja, right? But let's say they give us like 3 or 4. How can we use that resource?
I think there's only 3 or 4 that were in the city to begin with.
Perfect.
That's at every brouhaha.
Mm-hmm. So, in conjunction with your current plan, because it kind of sounds like we're trying to stake him,
Mm-hmm.
what would we use a brouhaha for? Hold him? Fight him? Like...
Take out his
Definitely,
minions?
can definitely do either of those.
Okay.
I mean,
Fist of Cain.
if we're
is,
just trying
really
to
scary.
get them some credit, like them being there is all we really need. And
Okay. So I think that we will lure him into a situation. Should we outright ambush, or should we talk and engage?
no, we tried that before, and that did not. We should ambush, and only straight ambush. He's a scary dude.
He is a scary dude.
He's a
Yes.
scary dude.
All right. So we're going to do a straight up, we put a big red X on the ground, and we're going to try to get him to walk onto this big red X, and then that's when we drop the anvil. Let's go. Metaphorically. I'm using metaphors now. This is a thing.
Okay, with an anvil, like he could probably take it.
I don't want to give him an anvil, though. That'd be real rough.
You're right. I do not want him to throw that at me.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yeah. No, we're not going to do that.
So we're not going to go to the Spire, but we are going to go to the Baron's coterie and discuss this.
Yeah, we're going to have to.
And then we also are going to talk to the Nosferatu, and we're going to talk to your... Did you say they do have like a position?
Yeah, he's real cool. He should be here any minute, actually. If he's not already.
Wait. And like, she goes, she disappears. She does not like the idea of a hunter coming around, so she
Mhm.
makes herself.
You know, he's like one of us, right? Like, he's super cool.
Oh,
He's a
for
cool
sure.
guy.
For sure. I'm still...
I mean, he's for sure reporting back to the Inquisition on
Yeah,
stuff,
I'm just
but
gonna
like...
I'm not gonna be here. Like, that's just...
Got it. Cool. All right, then we need to go check out the sheriff's office, or I guess I think Jax is gonna go do that. Go check out the sheriff's office and try to recover supplies, and then set up
Oh.
a series of caches.
I'll drive you. That's fine.
Wait. Oh yeah, I guess you might need something besides your bike. Mm-hmm.
It's no problem. It's actually more spacious than you think.
I mean, it holds golf clubs, so it's got to be able to hold guns, right?
Oh.
Ammunition. I just love how Jax keeps getting put in these situations with a bunch of Malkavians. It's pretty great.
You know?
Sorry, I've been super normal this entire...
No, you've been doing great. Yeah, you're
I'm
just down for
awesome.
everything.
Yeah, I'm nervous, and then I'm down for everything.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't died yet.
No, it's
So-
really working out.
At this point, he's like, so Quinton is definitely at some point going to be a very, whether it's good or bad, he doesn't know yet, but Quinton is definitely going to be the catalyst for something that is going to reshape vampire kind, and he just wants to make sure he's kind of on this side of it, you know?
He's got a thumb
That
on
is
the,
so hilarious. Cause like, legit, it's never come into play, but Quinton's ambition is fulfill the prophecy. Whatever
He's
that
doing it.
means, but he's doing it.
He just doesn't know it yet.
He doesn't know yet, but it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
So he's like, a bunch of important shit keeps happening, and I'm always right in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
So far, lots of great opportunities have happened, and they're going to continue to happen.
Mm-hmm. and it's just like, yeah, we're causing all these problems.
But then we fix them.
We do fix them. That is true. We are very tidy with our messes, sort of, after the fact.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So perfect.
On the plus side, I'm sheriff now. Committed the perfect crime.
Who's gonna hold you accountable?
He's gonna hold me accountable for Crucio.
Sarah, what was it that I said to you yesterday? It's much like punching somebody in the dark. It is a victimless crime.
I was just trying to get my berries.
I was just trying to find my way around.
Mhm.
Oops.
Whoopsie doodle.
I hit you in the chin with all of my strength.
Mhm. Is there any like influences or any retainers we can call in? Anything of that sort that would help out with the Baron Omar situation?
I have a pretty good contact that can get us some rare supplies. The sheriff's office is like a dud.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's all she really has. Like,
Okay.
She has her haven, which has a couple employees. They are not ghouls, not
Mhm.
currently, at least not in a mechanical sense. That she's maybe got some who she thinks are hunters staying at her hotel.
Got it. Because like the only other part that could add to this plan is to try and isolate Omar. But in order to do that, we would have to create multiple situations, right? So there would
Yeah,
a distraction.
Wait, okay. So I mean, like Esther doesn't have this information, but there was like a thing between him and the keeper of Elysium, right? Like, or no, the Harpy? Was it the Harpy?
Harpy, yeah, the one that did the
keeper.
It was the
Oh, was it the keeper? Okay.
Okay. So like, is there a way to play that angle? Like where he wouldn't want to be seen with all of his freedom fighter bros? Do we think we could get the ghouls to drop like I'm an go-between from the keeper?
I think at this point the cat's kind of out of the bag though, right? He was at our party, he publicly announced himself effectively, he was seen with his boys, and then the Princess Tower exploded. And then he like... So it's like... He seems pretty involved, or at least he set himself up to seem like he was a part of that. So I don't think he'd have any shame at this point hanging out with his boys, is what I'm getting at.
I think that the keeper thing, at least, is very personal to her, and I don't know how personal it is to him. So, like, he might not want a connection to get out between the two of them, or he might have been using her for information and still wouldn't want a bunch of people to know about it.
How about this? Can I have you go speak with the keeper? Like, go dig? Yeah, you said you're good at talking.
Yeah.
I am.
Then go talk.
That's okay. And she just disappears again.
All right. Good. Awesome.
And then the butcher shows up.
Butcher! Hey!
Hey.
All right. So, everything's gone to shit, as you can see.
Yep. Been busy.
Yes, you've been busy. I would like your help.
Okay.
So, from your views and your perspective, you go, oh, vampire bad, blah, blah, you know, like, oh, all of them, they're bad, right? What if I told you that some are worse than others?
Yeah, they're all just blank bodies. They all just need to die. Eventually.
Now, what if I told you that there is all this shit? So you know how, like, before... I'm sorry for the sunlight glaring in my own eyes here. But But so before the party, there was one sect of vampire in control, right? Everything seemed kind of normal, right? Everyone had their day-to-day lives. There weren't explosions every day. You couldn't hear gunfire out your window. None of that was really happening, right? We can state that. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, there's a second sect of vampires. They just like to kill humans. They like to cause explosions. They like to cause gunfire. They like to make this.
So those must be the assholes that we've been dealing with out there.
100%. So are you afraid? Are you like aware of the term like the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
Of course.
We kind of got that situation going on right now. So I happen to have some intel that I can give to you, that you can give to your boys, so that your boys can go help kill the things that are hurting us. And then, if we can get control again, everything goes back to peacetime, happy time.
Well, I will gladly take any information you want to give me and turn it in.
Absolutely. So, here's what I'd like to give you. I know that there are a few footholds that this particular sect has taken up. I'd like to give you one. And I want to see what you boys can do. I want you to impress me. I want you to like lay it out there, you know? Okay? So, are you aware of the Barrens?
Yeah, it's a shithole.
Yeah, that's the one. So, what I want to see here is that you're going to treat the humans with compassion during this wartime, right? There's a lot of humans in the area that are low, they're poor, they can't, they're just struggling to survive. I don't want them to get hurt, but I do want you to take care of this sect that's got that foothold. Okay?
Yeah, humans aren't our concern. We're after the true monsters.
Exactly, but I want you to keep them safe.
That's what we do.
Okay, I'm just making it known, alright? That's my intent. Okay? Butcher. Classic Butcher. Alright. So anyways, that's it for now. That's kind of the assignment. Is they're in the Barrens.
Any more info you can give me, or?
Not yet, but I will.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll get a team going out there to start doing their thing.
Now, I'd like this to be a two-way street. So if you get some information, you can give that to us, and then we can also help. Sound good?
Sure.
Cool. I'm not going to talk about a truce. I'm going to say we'll just try our best to avoid each other right now. Is that a fair assumption?
That's fair. Fair enough.
Okay. Cool. We'll end that conversation right there for now. And then maybe later we can open that door and we'll come up with a system where it's like, hey, we're going to go check out the Barrens. And then we'll be like, all right, we're going to get the fuck out of here. And then, you know what I'm saying? So that we don't hurt each other, but you hurt the right ones. The really bad guys that are blowing up everything. Good? Good?
Yeah.
Everyone?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, yeah, still killing white bodies. I'm good.
You know what? Yes. So I'm going to set you out on that task. You're going to help manage the Barrens and take care of that situation. When I get more information so we can narrow down your strike and like have a very targeted thing, we'll pull up and make that happen. Okay? And that's going to...
All right.
All right. So I'm going to put a little here and Butcher managing that. Sounds good. A little arrow and a smiley face. Such a charismatic guy.
And he just turns and kind of heads out.
Right. Later, bro!
Yep, he just kind of like waves and...
Alright. He's so cool, isn't he, Jax? Like, he's just like the coolest.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So far, so good.
Tried
You know.
kill me, but
Oh yeah, also Esther, if you're still here, I don't know if you are or not. I could, but I don't want to try that. But like if you're still here, like don't go telling everybody that I got Inquisitor Man doing that I'm leaking information to him. That'd be bad. All right, bye.
silence.
Yeah. I'm sure she got it. Nosferatu, if you're here, same thing. Hmm? Hmm?
Echo pops out and's like, yeah, I know. You
Good.
always say it.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. There's a reason for that, because the one time I didn't, what happened?
The one time I don't say it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I may have whispered a thing or two. I know.
You may have whispered a thing or two, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
And that's why there's no goddamn C4 anymore.
That's why I don't have my bombs! You know how much damage I could have done with that?
Think of the carnage.
We will actually go and wrap up there for tonight.
Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah.
And next week, I don't think we're gonna actually be having a game.
Oh yeah,
playing.
I'm out. I'll be
Paul and Lindsay are both gone next week.
Mm-hmm. So unless
We
you
might
do
something.
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll talk to Sarah and Spencer later if they want to do anything, or Gabe if he's free.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so we'll definitely be playing again on July 2nd, day before my birthday.
Yeah. Bring the subs. He needs it.
Yeah.
It's not the money though. It's the emotional boost.
It's the affirmation.
Yeah, the affirmation. He's doing a good job. All right. In the meantime, I want to thank a couple of people while we're gonna go ahead and raid Macabre Derek.
Derek.
Yes, really cool guy. They got a good game going. Foresight, thank you again for your follow, and Davy Jones Show, thank you for the tier 1 subscription. Bring alcohol. That's, you know what? If you're bringing the alcohol, that works too.
Yes.
All right, everybody. We will see you all July 2nd. Catch you later.
Bye, guys.
Later.